Have you ever wondered how websites are made? It might seem like magic, but it is a skill you can learn. Web development is the work of building websites and putting them on the internet. In today's world, almost everything is online. Businesses have websites to sell their products. People have blogs to share ideas. We use websites to learn, to shop, and to connect with friends. Knowing how to build a website is a very powerful skill. It lets you create your own space on the internet. You start with a blank page and you build something amazing. You can see your work come to life right on your screen. This journey might seem long, but every expert was once a beginner. The most important thing is to start. This guide will give you some simple tips to help you on your way. We will break down big ideas into small, easy steps. You do not need to be a genius to learn this. You just need to be curious and willing to try. Are you ready to begin your adventure in web development? Let's unlock your potential and start building the web together. The very first thing you need to learn in web development is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Think of HTML as the skeleton of a website. It gives the web page its structure. You use HTML to add all the content, like text, images, and links. Text, images, links. Every single website on the internet uses HTML. HTML uses things called tags to structure the content. Most tags come in pairs, an opening tag and a closing tag. For example, you use to start a paragraph and to end it. You use for the most important heading. And for subheadings. You can see your results immediately, which is very motivating for a beginner. It shows you that you can really build something. HTML is the fundamental building block. It's a great first step because it's easy to understand. Next, we will add style with CSS to make things look great. Once you understand HTML, the next step is to learn CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. If HTML is the skeleton of your website, then CSS is the clothing. It is what makes your website look good. Colors, fonts, spacing, and layout of your web page. Without CSS, all websites would look very plain. Just black text on a white background. CSS lets you be a designer. You can choose colors and fonts for your brand. CSS works by selecting HTML elements and applying styles to them. You write CSS rules, a selector and a declaration block. Let's say you have an H1 heading and a paragraph. Create a file called style.css and write rules like H1, color blue, and P font, family, Arial. Link the CSS file using link.rel as style sheet, tref =quote style.cs quote in the head of your HTML. Reload your page and you'll see the styles apply instantly. This is how you bring your website to life with color and style. Next, we'll make pages interactive with JavaScript. After HTML and CSS, it's time to add some action with JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language that lets you create interactive and dynamic content on your website. If HTML is the skeleton and CSS is the clothing, then JavaScript is the brain and muscles. It makes things happen. You can add photo sliders, show or hide information when a user clicks a button, and validate forms to make sure users enter correct information. JavaScript can directly change the HTML and CSS of your web page by responding to events. It listens for user actions, a click, a key press, or scrolling, and runs code when those events happen. Imagine you have a button and a paragraph that is initially hidden. In script.js, you select the button and the message, then add an event listener for a click. Document.getElementById, my button. Add event listener, click, function, document.getElementById, my message, style. Display =sign block. Link the JavaScript file with. Keep your code clean and organized. Clean code is easy to read and helps others too. It's much easier to find and fix mistakes, bugs, when your code is well structured. Think of it like a tidy room. Easier to find your socks in a neat drawer. Use comments to explain complex parts. Browsers ignore comments. They're for humans. Use proper indentation to show structure. Most editors can auto-format for you. Use meaningful names. Product card instead of box 1. Show user profile instead of do stuff. Remember the 3 tips. Use comments, use indentation, and use meaningful names. These habits will make you a much better developer. Next, learn to use the developer tools built into your browser. They're essential. Let's open DevTools and explore elements, console, and sources to inspect and debug your page. Every modern browser, Chrome, Firefox, Edge, comes with developer tools. They let you look under the hood of any website. Right-click and choose Inspect, or use F12 or Ctrl plus Shift plus Y, CMD plus Option plus Y on Mac. The Elements tab shows the live HTML and CSS. Click Elements to see applied styles and edit them live. Change a color or disable a rule to see instant effects on the page. The Console tab shows JavaScript errors and lets you print messages with console.log to debug behavior. Use console log, my button was clicked, to verify events while developing. The Sources tab lets you set breakpoints and step through JavaScript to find bugs. Spend time exploring DevTools. It's like a microscope and toolbox for the web. Learning DevTools will speed up your progress immensely. Now let's practice by building small projects. The best way to learn is by doing. The best way to learn web development is by doing. Reading and tutorials help, but you truly learn when you build. Start with small, manageable projects. An About Me page, a recipe page, or a photo gallery. Use Live Reload and iterate often. Hands-on practice is where real learning happens. You'll face problems and errors. That's how you learn to solve them. Everyone has old, messy projects. They're proof of progress. Start simple. Build an About Me page with a heading, paragraph, photo, and list of hobbies. Use CSS to add personality, background color, fonts, and a border on your photo. Build often and set aside time each week. Small, consistent practice beats occasional marathons. Don't be afraid to experiment and add features as you go. As a web developer, you will never know everything. Learn to look things up effectively. Use MDN for reference and Stack Overflow for solutions. Be specific in your searches. Add HTML, CSS, or JavaScript to refine results. You have taken your first steps into web development. You learned the core technologies, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Practice through small projects and learn how to find answers. These are keys to success. Try making pages responsive or adding a contact form to your portfolio. When you're ready, explore frameworks and courses. FreeCodeCamp, the Odin Project, Coursera. You might explore libraries like React or Vue as you grow. Be patient and kind to yourself. Learning has ups and downs. Take breaks when needed. Come back with a fresh mind and celebrate small wins. The fact that you are learning and building is a huge achievement. Keep your curiosity alive and enjoy creating for the web. You have a bright future ahead of you. Good luck and keep building.